here, before we finish, I want you to notice something. At the beginning of this lesson, you were worried about what to say. Now, you're thinking about how to continue. That's growth.
It feels different. Before I was focused on myself, now I'm focused on the interaction.
Exactly. And that shift changes everything. Conversation is not performance. It's connection. Let's build one complete conversation together. Slowly. Imagine you meet someone new at a conference. I'll start. Hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Laura. Go.
Hi, Laura. Nice to meet you. I'm Peter.
What brings you to this event?
I work in marketing, so I wanted to learn more about digital strategies. What about you?
Same, actually. I've been trying to improve my online presence.
That's great. Are you working on a personal project or for a company?
For my own business.
That sounds exciting. What kind of business do you run?
Do you see what happened? The conversation didn't stop because you stayed curious. Now, let's slow it down. When someone speaks, don't prepare your answer immediately. Listen first, then react, then continue. Listening creates better responses.
Sometimes I'm so nervous that I don't really listen.
That's common. But here's a secret. When you focus on understanding instead of performing, anxiety decreases because the pressure moves away from you. Now, let's practice emotional expansion. I say, I just moved to a new city. Basic response?
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Better response?
Wow, that's a big change. How are you feeling about it so far?
Excellent. You invited emotion. Emotion builds depth. Now imagine this. The person says, it's been hard. I don't know many people yet. What do you say? Take your time.
That must feel lonely sometimes. Have you had a chance to explore the city at least?
That's empathetic. Empathy is advanced fluency, not vocabulary, not accent. Empathy. Let's talk about something important. You don't need to fill every silence, but you need to feel comfortable inside it. If there's a pause, breathe, smile, then continue with, so, by the way, I was also curious. These small bridges prevent panic.
I usually think silence means failure.
No, silence means transition, and transitions are natural. Even native speakers pause. Confidence is staying calm during those moments. Now, let's simulate a slightly more challenging situation. Someone disagrees with you. They say, I think working from home is less productive. What do you say?
Interesting. I actually feel more productive at home. What makes you think it's less productive?
Perfect. You didn't attack. You didn't shut down. You stayed open. That keeps conversations respectful and intelligent. Now, I want you to imagine something. 3 months from now, you're at work, you're in a meeting, you're talking to a client, and instead of freezing, you react. You ask follow-up questions, you add small reactions, you share short opinions. The conversation flows. That moment is built by today's practice.
It doesn't feel impossible anymore.
Because it isn't. Fluency in conversation is a skill, and skills are trainable. Before we close, let's summarize what you've learned, but naturally. Tell me, what are the keys to keeping a conversation going?
Ask follow-up questions, react emotionally, share a little about myself, use transitions when needed, stay curious.
Exactly. And one more thing. Be present. If you're present, you'll always find something to say. Here's your final real-world challenge. Today or tomorrow, start one conversation. It can be short, but during that conversation, ask at least 2 follow-up questions, use 1 emotional reaction, add 1 small personal opinion, use 1 transition phrase if there's a pause. Afterward, reflect. Did it feel easier? Did the other person talk more? Did you feel more confident? That's your growth measurement.
I feel ready. Not perfect, but ready.
That's the right mindset. You don't need perfection. You need participation. And remember something very important. English is not only a language, it's a bridge. Every conversation is a bridge between you and another person. And now you know how to build that bridge. One question, one reaction, one moment of curiosity at a time.
Thank you, Ellen.
You're welcome. Keep practicing, keep connecting, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep the conversation alive. See you in the next lesson. Peter, I want to go deeper now. Positivity is not just about motivation, it's about resilience.
Resilience?
Yes, the ability to continue even when you feel uncomfortable. Because let's be honest, speaking another language is uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable sometimes.
Exactly. Your brain feels exposed. You can't express 100% of your personality. You feel slower than usual. That can hurt your confidence. But here's the powerful shift. Instead of thinking, I don't sound intelligent, think, I'm brave enough to try. That changes your emotional state instantly.
I never saw it as bravery.
It is bravery. Every time you speak in English, you risk making mistakes. That's courage. And courage builds fluency faster than fear. Let's simulate a real situation. You're in a meeting, you want to give your opinion, but your sentence isn't perfect. Negative thought. What if they judge me? Positive thought. My idea matters more than my grammar. Which one helps you speak?
The second one.
Exactly. Communication is about ideas, not perfection. Now let's talk about energy. Your tone changes everything. If you speak softly and apologize all the time, sorry, my English is bad, people focus on your insecurity. But if you say, let me explain, even with mistakes, your energy is strong. Energy influences perception.
So confidence is partly acting confident?
Yes, sometimes you grow into confidence. You act first, confidence follows. Here's another powerful technique. Celebrate small wins immediately. After a conversation, instead of analyzing only mistakes, ask, did I speak more than yesterday? Did I understand more than last week? Did I stay calm? If yes, that's growth.
Usually, I only remember the mistakes.
That's human, but your brain repeats what you focus on. If you focus on improvement, you repeat courage. If you focus on failure, you repeat fear. Now imagine this. You misunderstand something. Instead of pretending you understood, say, sorry, could you repeat that? That's not weakness, that's clarity. And clarity builds respect.
Sometimes I nod even when I don't understand.
That creates more stress later. Positive communication includes honesty. It's better to ask again than to stay confused. Let's practice reframing negative thoughts. I'll say a negative sentence, you transform it. I'll never sound like a native speaker.
I may not sound native, but I can sound clear and confident.
Beautiful. I always forget vocabulary.
Sometimes I forget words, but I can describe what I mean.
Excellent. I speak too slowly.
I'm getting faster with practice.
That's the mindset shift. Now let's talk about speed. Many learners believe fluency means fast speaking. It doesn't. Fluency means steady speaking, controlled, calm, clear. If you rush, mistakes increase. If you stay calm, clarity increases.
So slowing down can actually help?
Absolutely. Confidence often sounds slower, not faster. Take pauses, think, continue. That's mature communication. Here's something powerful. Your English doesn't need to be perfect to inspire someone. Imagine another learner hears you speaking confidently, even with mistakes. You become motivation for them. Positivity spreads.
I like that idea.
Because growth is contagious. When you treat your learning with respect, others notice. Now, picture this. 1 year from now, you look back at today's version of yourself. You'll realize something. You weren't bad. You were building. Every hesitation, every correction, every awkward conversation, it was construction.
That makes me feel proud of trying.
You should be. Trying consistently is powerful. Most people quit before they improve. You're still here. That matters. Before we continue to the final reflection, I want you to answer honestly. Do you believe your English can improve significantly in the next 6 months?
Yes, if I stay consistent.
That's it. Belief plus action equals acceleration. Without belief, action feels heavy. With belief, action feels purposeful. Keep that mindset. We're not just learning vocabulary, we're training resilience. And resilience makes your English unstoppable. Ready to close strong in the final continuation? Peter, I want to leave you with something powerful today. Most people think learning English is about vocabulary, but it's not. It's about emotional endurance.
Emotional endurance?
Yes, because the hardest part of learning English is not pronunciation. It's staying motivated when progress feels slow. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever studied for weeks and felt like nothing improved?
Yes, many times.
That feeling is dangerous because that's when people quit, not when they fail, when they feel stuck. But here's what most learners don't understand. Progress in language learning is invisible before it's visible. Your brain reorganizes silently. You don't notice small improvements daily. But one day, suddenly, you understand more. You react faster. You hesitate less. That suddenly is built on invisible effort.
So even when I don't feel improvement, it's happening.
Exactly. Growth is happening quietly. That's why positivity matters, because positivity keeps you consistent long enough to see results. Now, imagine two different internal dialogues. First learner, I'm still slow. This is frustrating. Second learner, I'm still slow. That means I'm practicing. Same situation, different emotional outcome. Which learner continues longer?
The second one.
And the one who continues wins. Let's talk about embarrassment. Many learners avoid speaking because they're afraid of sounding stupid. But let me ask you something. Is trying something new stupid? Or is avoiding growth the real limitation?
Avoiding growth.
Exactly. Every fluent speaker you admire sounded awkward once. They mispronounced words. They froze. They searched for vocabulary. The only difference? They didn't stop. Now, I want you to picture a specific moment. You're in a conversation. You forget a word. Your heart beats faster. In that moment, you have two choices. Panic and apologize repeatedly, or breathe and say, let me rephrase. That small sentence changes everything. It buys you time, it shows control, it protects your confidence.
I like that phrase. Let me rephrase.
Memorize it, use it, own it. Power phrases reduce anxiety. Another thing positivity does, it protects your energy. If after every conversation you mentally attack yourself, your brain associates English with stress. But if you finish a conversation and say, that was progress, your brain associates English with achievement. Your emotional memory matters.
I never thought about emotional memory.
It's powerful. If English feels painful, you avoid it. If English feels empowering, you seek it. So after this lesson, promise yourself something. Celebrate effort, not just perfection. Now, let's talk about speed of improvement. Some learners improve fast. Others take longer. But here's the truth. Consistency beats intensity. Studying 15 minutes daily with positivity is stronger than 3 hours once a week with frustration. Momentum is built daily. And here's something even deeper. Your English level is not your identity. If you struggle today, that's a temporary state, not who you are. Separate performance from identity. Instead of, I am bad at English, say, I had a difficult conversation today. See the difference? One attacks you, the other describes a moment.
That changes everything emotionally.
Exactly. Language shapes perception, even internally. Let's go into future visualization one more time. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. You're speaking comfortably, you're not translating as much, you participate in conversations naturally. Now imagine that future you looking back at today. What would that version say? Maybe something like, I'm proud you didn't quit. That's powerful.
That gives me motivation to continue.
Good, because fluency is not a moment, it's accumulation. Small courage, plus daily repetition, plus positive mindset. That's the formula. Before we close, I want you to answer one final question honestly. Do you believe you are capable of becoming fluent? Not hoping, not wishing, believing.
Yes, I do.
Then act like it. Speak even when imperfect. Correct yourself calmly. Practice even when tired. Encourage yourself daily. Because belief without action is illusion. But belief with action? That's transformation. Let me leave you with this. Your accent doesn't define you. Your mistakes don't define you. Your current level doesn't define you. Your persistence does. Your mindset does. Your daily effort does.
Thank you, Ellen. This feels bigger than just English.
It is bigger. Learning English is learning resilience, learning patience, learning courage. And those skills go beyond language. Keep showing up. Keep practicing. Keep choosing progress over pressure. And remember, the power of positivity is not about ignoring difficulty. It's about deciding that difficulty will not stop you. See you in the next lesson.